can never switch, not a day in my life. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Squad all dressed in all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bed until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. Switch, not a day in my life.
All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. The field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round, but they circled back in the second round and got a really good one in Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time he touches the ball.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll do back to the line of scrimmage. The tackle was by the Boston College product Harold Landry, and they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, exit. Mike 4.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down.
Double dog, that's the way. Pistol. Right there, 54, right there. Go! And here we go, watch the pass. Watch the pass. Hurry! It comes to me, it's me.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Let's go.
Here's Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The Browns send out their punter now. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle. 1st and 10 at the 20. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Throw left side complete. That's Lewis. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Well, if you look at this Week 1 matchup on paper and you see the Titans' name next to the Browns' name, you're thinking, there can't be much history there. But if you factor in that the Titans used to be the Houston Oilers, well, there is good history there because these two franchises were division rivals in the old AFC Central. That was before the 2002 NFL realignment. So there is history, albeit way back in the rearview mirror. And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. On the read option, it's Mariota. He may try and run for this. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
He gets it to Brown, complete. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Another try after the first down sack. Mariota. He finds Corey Davis. 23 yards the pickup there. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lewis. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Taking it in from the 20. And they're able to strike first here on their opening drive. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And oh, what a catch that time by Landry. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping it.
And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
One. H3, 218, chopper. 3.
A first down carry for Henry. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mariota to throw it. They'll roll. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Olivier Vernon able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of his end zone, Mayfield trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space there. They elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to...
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54. Real.
Hey, Hayward. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
I got it. Hurry.
From the 38, Mayfield. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Hey, high 7. Back.
First down, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Run. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54.
Pistol.
54.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. This will be caught inside the 10. This into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Mike's 54. Small. You can't hang.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Following the penalty, Chubb. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion. So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run. Chubb. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. He was looking for Landry that time.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd down, Mariota again. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. So we're at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold them.
Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It was Denzel Ward in from his corner spot there to take him down for the loss. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Mariota. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Cameron Wake with a little wake-up call as he gets in there for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And some room to maneuver. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
It's a pickup of 3. Second and 7. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Let's make... Hey, Foxtrot. Let's make these big... Hurry!
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Mariota now sets up the screen to Lewis. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
On the read option, it's Mariota. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
We all know that Myles Garrett was drafted #1 in the NFL for his ability to get to the quarterback. That's his stock in trade. But the underrated part of his game, plays well against the run, knows how to hold the point of attack.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. Landry now on the return. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
King. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Five.
Mayfield on first down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Alpha. Mike 5-4.
Mayfield on play action. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception #1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Tackle made by Demarius Randall. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mariota. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth.
Right there, 54, right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Daquan Jones busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the fourth quarter. What can he do here in year number 2?
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, zoom.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4.
To try again after the sack. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Chubb. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
When the Titans selected Alabama linebacker Rashaan Evans at number 22, I thought it was a perfect fit. Gives him a chance to apprentice a little bit with Wesley Woodyard right there next to him and eventually take over running that defense. He can run, he can hit, he can cover. Everything you expect out of a first-round linebacker.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwan. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the read option, it's Mariota. Oh, he's got a little daylight. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a 1st down.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the 4th quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a 1st down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the 4th quarter. Picked up the 1st, stopped the clock too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain because you know you could easily be criticized if it doesn't work out.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Mariota. And this is caught. And it's a 3-point game. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Come on, baby. Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Mike's 54. It's a party now. It's a party now. 54 is Mike. 54.
Hey, Charlie.
Watch 54. Watch 54.
Back to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Now a desperation throw, deep depth. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Now a carry here for Hilliard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
I'll give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. 58, boy, 58.
Back to throw. Walker with a grab, left side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down, Titans.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He's back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Mariota to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Booty's Mike. Free. Rap. Hey, go Mike 40, Mike.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football,
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the
Y'all already know what time it is, playing skills, you did. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist,